the red kite nest. It's my second time filming here. I'm under the shelter of the trees and just waiting for one of them to come back and feed the chicks again. So we spotted them building this nest a few weeks ago, and then luckily they decided to choose that nest to lay their eggs in. They're been sitting on the nest for a few weeks, and beginning of May the eggs hatched, and we believe, well, we're pretty sure that there's 3 chicks in there. So I filmed them last week when they were really tiny and could just about see their bobbly little heads poking up. We've been away for a few days and got back yesterday. I thought I'd come out and have another go, and they're getting pretty big now. Well, not that big, but bigger than they were. And one of the kites, I'm not sure if it's the male or the female, has been on the nest this morning and she's been stripping some meat off some bone, whether it's some roadkill or a frog or a vole or something, I'm not sure, but she was on there for quite a while, and pretty sure that there's still 3 chicks, so that bodes well. So lucky to be able to see this. Incredible. See these 3 little heads bobbing up and down in the nest, and they're not too bothered. The nest is on our access road to our property, so there's not much traffic goes up and down, but there's a few bits and pieces, and they're not bothered at all, and they're not even bothered by our sheep, which are just down here enjoying themselves. So got my remote trigger in my hand, so as soon as I see her flying back to the nest I can press the button and hopefully get some footage of her flying in with some food. So I'll concentrate on what I'm doing for a minute and see what we get. So one of the adults just came back, but hasn't gone into the nest. I think it's just perched in the trees nearby, just 2 or 3 trees across from the nest. A few days ago the nest was being attacked by magpies, and we were a bit worried about it, but fortunately I think it was a female managed to see them off. There's 2 of them attacking the nest, and yeah, she managed to see them off quite well, so that was good. They seem like they're pretty good parents. I should say that I'm probably about 400 metres away from the nest, so I'm well out of the danger zone of disturbing them, and I'm under the shelter of the trees. I've got a 150 to 600 on Sigma. I'm at the 600mm end, as you might expect, and I've also got a 1.5 converter on, so it's effectively on a 900mm lens, shooting video in DX mode, so I'm really, cranked in there as close as I can get. Hence the reason I'm using the remote shutter release, so that I don't have to touch the camera and create any vibration, which will be magnified horrendously. So Just a waiting game now to see if they come back again. Oh, there she comes, there she comes, there she comes. No, she just landed again. Just a few trees across. It's amazing to see them flying in this sunlight. The sunlight's just catching the colours on their backs and on their wings. So I can see where she's perched now. She's just 2 or 3 trees across. They might get disturbed a little bit now because the postman's coming up the track. So I'm gonna get ready because I think she's gonna get back on that nest any minute now. So she's still just sitting in that tree, still preening. I'm still waiting for someone to come back with some food, and they're not doing it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go in a minute. So unless something happens pretty soon, we'll have to call it a day. They're my chickens. I don't know what they're doing all the way down here. They're living on borrowed time. If Mr. Fox is around. Uncontrollable chickens. Good eggs though. Can't beat a good fresh egg in the morning. It's been amazing just watching these look after these chicks there. Incredible. We're lucky because the tree that they're in is sort of halfway down the hill and we're up on the hill, so we're able to look not quite down into the nest but almost on the same level as it. From our house we can actually see the nest and we can actually look down into it a little bit more, but it's too far away to film it from up there, so I've had to come down the field. But it's amazing positioning. I'd like to get up a bit higher, but it's not really possible. I thought about getting up into the trees, but there's too much leaf coverage now and I don't like heights, so I'm not doing that. Right, gonna call it a day I think. Probably come back tomorrow.